the podcast, the Smokin Hot Toddcast, returns this coming week.
All right.
Yeah, I've not done. We wrapped up.
You got to be funny quick, Todd.
I know. I've got to figure out. I have no idea what we're going to do for it this week. But I'm just happy they're letting us come back. That's all I'm saying.
They're letting you come. Were you banned?
On Punnett? No.
Did you somehow show nudity on this?
There's
podcast?
no way. You really can't show nudity on a podcast. No. No. We do it on Podomatic.com, and I'm just glad they're not fed up with us. It seems like many of the podcasters enjoyed our show. So I'm just happy they allow me to continue to do what I do. I pay $10 a month to have a site a page on that site. So.
Not bad.
Thanks for letting us come back.
Look for some inspiration though, some funny inspiration.
Well, I mean,
I've been watching a lot of American Dad.
Yeah.
That
helps.
I've been drawing my inspiration from Roger the Alien.
I listen to a lot of other podcasts and think about some of the things they do, kind of take into consideration certain things. Of course, a lot of podcasts just do what we do here. We just talk. They just talk, about different things. And what I do on the Toddcast is essentially that. But I also add in a little, a few other things. Of course, Ollie makes numerous.
You can have Ollie interview Donald Trump.
It's going to happen.
Say something bigoted.
Mm-hmm, exactly.
Say something like that.
That's what we're hoping for. Eventually, is for him to do that. We're pushing him out there. He's already going to be. He's going to be in Washington. Spoiler alert. He's going to be in Washington this week for the first report back, talking about Boehner resigning from Speaker of the House. Did you hear about that?
I did not. I did not know.
John Boehner will be resigning at the end of October.
Can you have him address him as John Boner?
I will be. He will be addressing him as John Boner.
Why did he resign?
Get this. The Pope visited the United States this week. He was in Washington, D.C.
Yeah, I did see that. I have seen the Pope coverage.
He was in New York today, D.C. yesterday. And apparently the Pope's visit was so moving to Boehner that his words resonated with him in a way that convinced him that it would be the smarter idea to step down as Speaker of the House. Conan made a joke about when can the Pope speak with Donald Trump? That was the big joke there. I mean, because seriously, it's crazy. I don't.
That's
apparently,
weird.
The words of the
I
Pope.
feel like a big scandal's coming down the pike for John Boehner.
Who was it that tweeted that out? I think it was. Oh, it was Tyrone from our morning show on Star. Tweeted the same thing when the news broke. He said, "I smell a scandal coming. There has to be a scandal."
You're spot on, Tyrone.
Exactly. Ty Polo is spot on that right there. But seriously, because how do you just up and leave all of a sudden? I don't understand that. I mean, the Pope. Granted, this is probably the greatest Pope that we have had. That
we've ever had.
That this planet has ever had.
I've read about other popes; they aren't so great.
No, the other popes have been.
Some of them are pretty damn bad.
Some are horrible people. And then the last pope resigned because he essentially just kept ignoring the rape.
Yeah, the rape. That's
ignoring
what we're calling
there is
the
no
rape.
I'm ignoring the rape. The rape is there, but I'm ignoring it. I mean, he just ignored the rape. This pope is like, look, stop touching children. And
gays can get married.
Gays, what is wrong with gay people? What is wrong with people living their lives? I don't understand this. It's 2015.
See, he washes the feet of prisoners.
He does. He believes in climate change.
He believes in, and it doesn't. I saw this. I feel like I really hope it's true, but I'm not sure if it is. It showed like a lot of the conservative commentators saying that the Pope needs to leave climate change to the scientists, and then the next caption is Pope Francis, and like the title says, like, well, the Pope actually is a scientist. He has an advanced degree in chemistry from some.
Truth
I'm not sure if that's true though. I feel like I gotta look this up. Hold on.
We'll have to look it up. But Ted Cruz is now calling for the head of the Pope. I mean, essentially, not literally, but he's saying that the Pope should be forced to resign now because of everything that he said. I mean, it's people
doing the journalism.
He's doing the journalism thing, but no, the
Wikipedia journalism.
My deal is if the Pope is that good, there should be no complaints, even if you don't agree with him. My God, this man is amazing. That's all. That's what I'm thinking. But what does he have a degree? And what is if he does? If he does, will he have an in?
Oldest of 5 children, born in Italy. Wait, no, he was born. Yeah, he was born in Flores. No, he was born in Buenos Aires. Sorry,
that's all right.
Sorry, people.
Sorry,
Eldest
everyone.
of 5 children.
Sorry, Pope. I know you're listening.
an Italian immigrant. I hope. What if we got the Pope?
Smells
to
Like 90s
follow
Rock
us on Twitter.
Smells Like 90s Rock is the Pope's favorite late night radio show. Everybody knows that.
We've heard.
If he's not into it by now.
Come on.
And his favorite podcast?
Pope Francis, you're good people. I'm not religious, but you're good
Exactly.
people.
I'm not religious either, and I love this guy. He's the greatest ever.
Let's see.
What did he say? What is it? What is it? Where you looking? Oh, and his
Kill
Pope.
time, Todd.
Well, I'm sorry. Well, I was getting ready to say that the Pope's favorite podcast, of course, because he's an avid podcast listener. He enjoys Tell 'em Steve Dave. He enjoys Last Week on Earth with Ben Glebe, but his favorite one is the Smokin Hot Toddcast. So big shout out to the Pope for that. Just saying.
He
Thanks
did
for that.
graduate with a chemical technician's diploma from a technical secondary school, Escuela Técnica Industrial.
Good pronouncing.
Okay. Well, hey,
That was
I'm
good.
trying. I'm trying.
You're doing
here.
good. I'm not making fun. It's good.
Let's see. Before joining the Jesuits, he worked as a bar bouncer and as a janitor sweeping floors. And he also ran tests in a chemical laboratory. In the only known health crisis of his youth, suffered from life-threatening pneumonia and 3 cysts. He had part of a lung excised shortly afterwards. Let's see. Lifelong supporter of the San Lorenzo de Almagro Football Club. So props to them. The Pope is a fan, guys.
Yeah.
He's also a fan of the films of Tita Morello, neo-realism, and tango dancing, with an intense fondness for the traditional music of Argentina and Uruguay known as the milonga.
I bet he's a secret Pulp Fiction fan. That's what I'm throwing out there.
Yeah,
he's just that awesome.
I feel like he's one of those guys who's done Samuel L. Jackson impersonations
Oh
in the mirror.
yeah, get these snakes off this plane. I can.
Yeah, he just can't say mother ever.
He can't. No, he'll do it he'll do it while doing Hail Marys and stuff. You know, he'll be all right.
He'll seek confession, but who can he seek confession from? He's the Pope.
He's the Pope. Who does the Pope confess to? God. Well, I guess God.
He probably confess to God.
That's right.
I don't.
See,
he would probably find somebody to confess to that it would seem heartwarming.
See, that's the problem with Catholicism. There's all this rank. You know, it's like you talk to your boss, and then that boss will talk to his boss. God is the big boss of the corporation. You know, in the other religions, you just talk straight to God. So it's very Catholicism is a very, very difficult religion.
He has. I won't say he's dismantled the Catholic hierarchy,
No, he
but
has.
he more or less doesn't acknowledge it.
He doesn't.
And doesn't, I guess. Doesn't support it as much as any other.
No, yeah, he doesn't. Which is
he recognizes what is important.
He recognizes that the world changes every so often, and we need to keep up with it. That's all we're saying. Simple as that.
Even atheists go to heaven in this Pope's world.
Damn right.
Damn right.
Damn right. See, this is why they brought the Toddcast back, because we talk about
damn
stuff.
Right.
Because damn right, we talk about stuff like this. Because I put stuff like this on the podcast. That's what makes it great. That's right. That's why you bring us back. That's why we do a second season. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Second. It really is like a season.
Is
that why there was an interlude? Because time between seasons.
I run it by season because the sheer thought of trying to do one every single week would drive me insane. So I broke it up into
52 weeks a year.
So I give myself a goal. The first season was 6 episodes. This one I'm still not decided, but I'm going to put some breaks in between, you know.
Okay.
Do a few episodes and stop for a little bit and come back.
Okay.
That's the way to handle a podcast. It becomes monotonous if you try to do it every single week.
Well, you just have to be creative.
I am creative. I try to be, but how can you be creative every single week? It's impossible. Can't do it. I don't work on the Tonight Show. I can't work with Jimmy Fallon.
That'd be fun.
He's too creative. It would be
fun.
It would be. I'd rather work with Colbert on Late Show.
I've watched a handful of his shows.
Good stuff.
It's
good stuff. He brought the report with him, you know.
Yeah, he brought the word.
Oh, I know.
More or less.
It's awesome. He really did well with it.
And I guess just to mark the occasion, Trevor Noah is going to make his debut.
Starts on Monday.
Yeah, on Monday. So I'll be curious to see how that pans out.
We'll have to check that out to see how that rolls.